Hello folks, today I've got an especially loathsome auditor. Has a huge family, kids, wife, got 4 or 5 kids, and he audits for a living. That's what he does. He's an auditor. He makes between $50 and $300 or $400 a month. On his best month he'll make 400. On a bad month he'll make 40 or 50. I just call him Ewok Audits because that's what he reminds me of every time I see his face. This is a phone call that he made to, or Matthew Reardon made to him from jail. Matthew is the one that went to prison for a year for felony stalking. I did a video on him earlier this week or last week sometime. But yeah, this is his phone call, and it's just stupid. It's just stupid. Check it out.
I told somebody canceled. I was away outside for like 2 hours. And then I ended up going back inside. And once again, I put the rubber out. People started asking me to say that everybody's back for the day. And so the local group, people talking about it, but,
Tell me I'm lying. Don't he look like an Ewok? If you've ever seen Star Wars, you know what an Ewok is. But anyway, can you understand a single word that Matthew Reardon is saying on the phone? This is the quality of Ewok Audits. All of his content has this quality to it. It's just fantastic.
Hell yeah.
It's a great drive. Doing that, everybody's back, 2:45 minutes, from back. I had, I had to call and get permission to come back to the FBI. It sounds
I have no idea what Matthew is actually saying, so I'm just going to kind of make it up myself. Matthew was saying, I didn't do it, I was framed, I was following that person to do an investigation on them, I wasn't stalking them, I didn't threaten them, I didn't do any of that stuff, and they put me in jail for a year. It's not right. It was a victimless crime. I'm the victim here. That's pretty much what he's saying. Then, of course, Ewok Audits, who goes by Good Citizen News, is sitting there going, yeah, man, that ain't right. You know, we're going to get justice for you. We're going to put on our AR-15s and walk up and down the street and talk to telephone poles. Yeah, and get no attention. That's what we're going to do. Me and Rogue Nation.
I had to call
Matthew right now. I'm on the phone with Matthew Reardon right now, guys. He just called me from jail.
And,
Well, yeehaw, break out the spittoons, boys. We're gonna talk to Matthew Reardon. He called me collect, and I make good money on YouTube. I can't feed my kids. I have to live off government subsidies while I do my work, my important work. So let's listen to what Matthew has to say, because he's a genius.
they gave me a year in prison for calling the pool and also
So Matthew's explaining to this idiot that he's innocent. He didn't do it. And he got a year in jail for not doing nothing. He didn't do nothing.
Well, I'm glad you're doing okay. We have we spoke to a gentleman that was in jail with you, and he said that you were in good health and in good condition. Was that the case? All right. Well, man, I'm glad to hear from you. I hope you're doing okay in there. I would if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Can I just ask you how this is affecting you?
Well, I mean, really, he's not home, so I mean, it's affecting me, my kids. They miss their dad, so I mean, it's pretty crazy that this can happen to someone that's innocent.
And here we have Matthew's biggest enabler, his wife, the mother of his children. Yeah, he's an innocent man. We all saw the video. We all saw what he did, following people around relentlessly, calling them, having them flood called, just straight up harassment and stalking. Yeah, so this is part of the problem. Now that he's in jail, she'll get a bigger check from the government because, she has one less person to help her feed the family. So she can get a big chunk of government cheese next month. Of course, this is just my opinion. I don't know any of this for a fact, but, 2 and 2 makes 4. It's just all I'm saying. I'm entitled to my opinion.
First place. So, I mean, it's emotionally affecting me. It's everything. It's awful that this has happened.
Yeah, I get it. I've been to jail a few times. Never for a year, but I've been to jail a few times.
I feel bad for these people's kids in this situation. He goes off to save America, abandons his wife and his children, and, ends up getting thrown in jail for a year. No way to support his family, unless he's making money in jail, 25, 30 cents a day, whatever it is. Yeah, that's a great paycheck. That's almost as much as Good Citizen Audits makes in a month on his YouTube channel. It's just sad for these children, that's all I can say. And he has no lack of enablers here. Everybody's enabling him, including his own wife. It's just sad and pathetic for the kids.
Riding with the Outlaw is a real documentation of the true chain of events that began in 2017 and ultimately set the stage for a story like none other. It's much more than just my story. It's my journey. It's not something I write, but rather something I live on a daily basis. Riding with the Outlaw is the true ongoing saga of a framed patriotic American.
This guy thinks he's 60 Minutes or something, I guess. He thinks he's narrating this situation well. He got arrested back in 2017 and convicted of something, felony. He pled guilty. Then he tried to change his guilty. He tried to withdraw his guilty plea after he was sentenced. Anyway, he was on a warrant for, they had a warrant out for him for violating an RO, a restraining order, and some other nonsense, and he pled guilty to it, and then he wanted to withdraw his guilty plea after he was convicted, which didn't work out for him. That's why he's in jail now. Anyway, this guy is just sad and pathetic.
It's for the sake of America. Although my story truly started when I was born, my story is talked about on Riding with the Outlaw started when I was politically framed for a crime I didn't commit, nor could I have committed back in 2017.
Except for the fact that you pled guilty to it and you accepted the consequences at the time.
I was coerced under stress to plea out in order to see and ultimately get my daughter back into my life. The entire time treated like one of the worst of criminals for simply being a patriot and constitutionalist.
Unfortunately, we won't be able to watch this documentary and do a news story for another year or so because he has been incarcerated for violating his restraining order and just refusing to follow the guidelines they gave him when he was convicted. He's taking a little vacation while Mom and the kids are out there trying to survive because he's standing up for America's rights. Good job there, Matthew. Maybe you'll change your life now, but something tells me you're not going to do it. You're going to come out worse than when you went in. And if you can't do a year in jail standing on your head, take another year and get back on your feet. Take a break. Anyway, y'all have a great day now. Love ya. Bye.